Alright, to begin the loom, this is one of the easiest things I've ever done. So you see this little notch, this is my adult hat loom. They do shrink, so don't worry about the size looks huge, it's going to shrink. So what I do is I take it and I wrap it 2 or 3 times. Now, I guess this is called the E-stitch. I don't know. I was just taught this. So you take it behind, you swing it around, and you take it behind, swing it around, take it behind. All the way around. It's not a very hard stitch. I use this hand here. I pull it down every time I do it because then it doesn't slide off as easy. And you keep going around. It takes probably 2 to 3 hours for an experienced person to make a hat. It depends on my concentration. I have mental health issues. Sometimes my concentration's way off and the TV's more interesting. So then it takes 6 or 7 hours. Now we're coming up to the front again. Now with this, you have to do 2 rows to begin with. So you start again and you start the second row. It doesn't take very long to get around. I think the harder part is actually taking the stitch off. Some people find that the easiest. I find this is a nice and tidy project so I can carry it with me. I don't like, oops, and sometimes that happens. That's why you keep your hand back there to make sure it doesn't pop off. And you pull it down. You do not want to do this tight. If you do this tight, it'll be dang near impossible to get your stitch over the top. And I'll show you in a second what that means. You see how I'm moving my hand with it. And I'm keeping the stitch on because otherwise it unravels. Right there I'm holding it stiff, but I'll go back and loosen it up. Alright, now you're on to that. So, the next thing would be to know where your tool is. Okay, so I have my tool. Now, what I do is, you see how this yarn is leading up to this one? That's the first one you do then. Well, actually, what I do is the last one because it will hold your string on. Me, I generally have to help it on. Okay, you hold it, you pull it up and over, and that's your stitch. And you keep doing this all the way around. Now, if you put your last one, that holds your string. So now, generally, they won't pop off. Generally, just be careful. If you're worried about it, you can, guide it. This is why I'm telling you, don't put it on too tight. Don't put it on too loose either, because then you get a big pull, and then it makes it look weird in the hat. So, you go all the way around. And you go as long as you want the hat. Sometimes I put it over my head to see, how far or how much more I have to go. I'll show you how to make a brim once I get to that area. I don't count. I measure by my heart, which is probably the wrong thing to do, but that's just the way I do it. Alright, the next video I make, I will show you the brim, and then I'll make another video showing you how to take it off your loom. Alright, have the day you deserve.